Hello there, Victoria 3 fans. We're going to talk about the mess that's going on here. Okay, first, getting the country economically corrected. I just built tons of stuff in Lower Egypt. Tons of stuff. Let's see here. It's in the industry. Glassworks, textile mills, steel mills, fertilizer plants, motor industries. Put a lot of it out there. Hey, wait, why are we not hiring people? Okay, subsidizing the motor industries. There we go. Although I don't have a lot of subsidizing to do because I have pretty much all my things are at full employment. Almost all of them are. And that means I've got to build a lot more stuff. But what I did is I just raised taxes, pushed out a bunch of buildings there, and that lowered unemployment. True is for that one state, and I need to do it in a lot of other places. If you look at my GDP, I am way behind. Now, one benefit of building out more factories is it increases your borrowing limit. So I started like around 50 million, and as I kept building, it went up. It's almost 90 million now. So I can do a lot of borrowing if I'm also growing. And if I'm growing faster than I'm borrowing, this is a good thing. Of course, burning $500,000 a week is not ideal. Now I'm expanding my army. That'll go pretty quickly there, and I'll see what I have left over. It says 872 against 863, so I'm going to have to raise some taxes. That's going to make people mad because a lot of them are unemployed. My unemployment, in fact, is higher than my peasantry. I need to build more stuff. But if I keep building it, if I have taxes to help keep the actual debt lower, I can have more weeks of building out. And then as I do that, I can get more stuff built and reduce my unemployment and increase my borrowing limit so I can keep borrowing more and keep building it until eventually I have enough stuff getting built that I could be working close to full capacity and have a positive cash flow without killing myself on the taxes. With the industrialized nations, this happens a little more earlier and a little more smoother than with the non-industrial nation, but I am going to push through. This is a huge challenge, and I really do enjoy it. I used to stick to just great powers because, well, they are easier in terms of industrializing. More, it's still difficult in terms of politics and balancing things out, but adding in that industrialization game is like, oh my gosh, it's 1878, and I've got decades ahead of me. Okay, so that is the economic situation. Build so you can borrow, and borrow so you can build. But keep your taxes, you're going to have to keep your taxes high and make your people mad so you don't crash out and go into default. That is my advice on the building. Okay, now the other thing I did to grow my GDP was I conquered a bit of India. Since it, like when Kaplui and we had the India explosion, we've also had the Ching explosion over here. So it's like everything is explosion in Asia. It's all explosion. I'm moving in. And by taking these areas here, you can see the jump in my GDP. Right, this is going like, and it's turning up because I'm building the factories, and then, because I conquered some stuff, and then, because I'm building again. This is a good thing to do. Building this out, conquering a few more areas, I get more money, get more GDP, and that helps going forward. Okay, and I'm going to incorporate them as well, so I'll get the taxes, and that'll help as well a lot. But hey, my justification is Egypt is taking its place on the stage, and if conquering India was good enough for England, it's good enough for Egypt, but we're going to incorporate these rather than just leave them as colonial states. Now, while I'm building out my army, I do want to call out this beef I have with the private construction. Carnatic needed some railroads. I agree. It's also got a 95% construction penalty because of devastation and general unrest and all this other garbage. Look how long it's going to take to build. All my private construction is cast into these projects that right now look like they're going to take 7 years. Now, maybe it's going to be more like 5 because they'll eventually cool off. But oh my gosh, I'll have the play. They'll finish these railroads, and then a few weeks later, I'll have the state incorporated. It's only going to take 9 years to do that. That's like 460 weeks. And yeah, here's 430 weeks and 440, and then they're still building some more. And all these other projects that they have here looks like they're just gonna have to wait. There's lovely things they want to do, but the idiot AI went and rah! Idiot AI, idiot! Why? Had I known, I would have banned railroad construction. No, then it would have built something else there. Anyhow, and just like, oh boy, opportunity. No, it's not. It's really not an opportunity there. But yeah, so for 7 years, I'm going to be carrying the load on building my economy, which is why it's important for me to finish this, raise the taxes, and start building some other things. And then that gets me to the geopolitical scene. Okay, first, I just had this happen. Russia said, hey, let's have an alliance. And I went, okay. And then, as I was clicking around here, because I have the Radical Revolt, I'm going to suppress that. I click on Najd, and because I've discovered pan-nationalism, I get Unify Arabia. And if I click on that, Russia doesn't jump in on their side. It won't even. Russia's allied to Egypt. I could pick up nation. Oh my gosh, I could form Arabia. And then make it multicultural because we got a lot of India coming into Arabia. So we'll just call the Arabian Sea Confederation. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I could unify Arabia. And Russia, being my ally, would just play along. And I thought, oh, this is going to be such fun. But let me build an army so I can take out Hyderabad and Satara and Mysore and just take out more of India because it's there. And if I don't do it, somebody else will. The imperialist paranoia is setting in right on schedule. And as I was thinking of all these things, going, okay, I'll build the army and then I'll build some more factories and we'll do all this. And then Prussia decides, hey, guess what? We're going to do a regime change in your puppet. And probably also try to get me to transfer it and things like that. They be flexing. And I check their navy. It's pathetic. I could beat their navy. Then I check their army. It's not pathetic. I could not beat them. But I'm thinking like a lion. And I need to think like a fox. That's how we're going to prevail as an expanding, industrializing nation. Thinking like a fox is going to help out. Like getting these scraps of the Raj, the British East India Company, picking these up, dragging them to my lair. That is a foxy thing to do. Getting claims on all this was nice and foxy, although I'm not expanding into it. It's very slow going. That's a problem with African nations. I learned that in Sokoto. They don't colonize quickly, even though they're right there. But back to the foxiness. Now, if Germany wants to put their entire army over here and invade Bhutan, fine. They'll do it. And they'll get that one province, or maybe two if they're... No, just the one, because that's all that's adjacent. And then they're stuck. They don't have enough fleet to do anything. I do have enough fleet to do something, both in the Indian Ocean area with my Marines, and then I've got this little 50-boat arrangement that I could send up to pick off... here they are. They're in West Prussia. I don't know if they're... I think they're in the Baltic area. It's really hard to tell. It would be nice if we could click on this and it would say, we trade out of the thingy, whatever. I mean, this is lit up here, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the one. I sure do have a lot of Prussian shipping lanes, so I just build some more torpedo boats and torpedo their shipping. And that reduces their imports. If I go back to their market, let's look at their military goods. Given that they're the number one producer of those two things there, that's not a good sign. But on ammunition, they're number 6. Well, I'm number 8, but Russia's number 1, and they're my ally. So maybe I can't starve them out of those things, but other stuff they might not have a lot of. Let's just look at their market in general. What do they not have? Meat, motors, grain, okay, and food. I can starve them. I can starve them. So put my commerce raiders on the Danish Straits and shut them down. They could move their army wherever they want to. I can starve them out. And that's just on my own. But remember, thinking like a fox. So the lion attacks. Fine. Or maybe they're not even the lion. Maybe they're just like the warthog. Well, I can call in the elephant, or well, the huge bear next door, and one of these is and when I look at who all could be involved in this, Mexico and Spain on the Prussian side, but France, England, and Russia are all in line to help little old me out. And if I call the French and the British in first, Russia is a call ally, and they got to honor that. And no matter what their rivalries are, they'd all like to beat the Germans up. They have that in common. And I could use that. Let them fight the war for me. Kind of the lesson I learned in the last war. I ignored it, and Russia came back and said, hey, here's your Morocco. Oh, thanks. You're so nice, Russia. And that makes me want to not pick their empire apart as I unify Arabia, but I'm going to do it anyway. I just got to figure out the right way to do it. But right now, Prussia's the problem, and I need to grab up some India. And yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to come back once we can start inviting the allies, and hopefully I'll have my army built out by then. Okay, it's time to invite people to the party. I see that Prussia hasn't even begun to send troops to the disputed area. So, okay, you can do that. Have they added any war goals? Oh, they have. They want to, conquer Bhutan. So that would be okay. A regime change in Egypt. Whoa, hey, wow, no. Presidential republic, autocracy, and free trade. Ew. No, I need tariffs, and not autocracy. I need voting. Ironic. They've got presidential republic and autocracy. I've got a monarch and universal suffrage. And they want Morocco as well. Okay. I'm sorry, Prussia. That's not going to happen. Let's call in... Let's sway the first country. Let's get the French involved. France, what would you like? Oh, an obligation. Because I'm not transferring states or subjects. Or, well, maybe I could. I could give them... I got some tiny things here that I don't mind giving to the French. But I'd rather not. Let's go with an obligation. France, I'll owe you one if you join my fight. What do you say? French Republic joined in. Super. And Burma and Brunei. Okay, great. Now let's ask the old British. They don't want nothing. They're about to... Why? Who? Are they at war with the French right now? They are... Doesn't look like it. Well... Alright, we'll find out. Give me another second or two here. There we go. Yeah, Britain dipped out. They if the French are involved, they don't want to be there. Fine. I wanted the French involved because they'll be able to have a land border. Russia, you're my bud. You're my bro. Come on in. Join the party. And no, that's not the one I was waiting for. It's that one. There we go. It was also doing my autosave. I do monthly autosaves. I know it's slower, but the way I play anyway. All right, so I've already got all these involved, and this is not looking good. Yeah, they're looking worried here. Oh my my. They've got a lot of war goals that they could call in. They've got plenty of maneuvers, and I do not, but I don't need a lot. Now, speaking of not needing a lot, I do need more rubber. Just wondering, do you got no rubber there yet? No, really, not yet. Okay, just asking. Okay, um, let's see here. What could I take from Prussia? Let's see, war goal, treaty article, investment, transit trade, yada yada. Oh, I do I not have the tech that allows me to dismantle their empire? Rats. Okay. Well then, let's wait a minute. There is something I could do. Money transfer. 250K a week. And it's only 35 infamy? That could really help me build things up. And thus we see. Okay, now that would. They probably wouldn't be able to afford that. But let's take about 120,000 a week. Hey, wait. I cut it in half and it didn't drop by that much. Well, too bad then. 150,000 a week. There you go. All right. 30 infamy, and we take 60% of their economy. And that'll be for 5 years or so. Now that will knock them down hard. And I know I keep talking about, well, I want to have some tough, great powers at the end. But look, Prussia didn't make Germany. So they need to step aside. And we're going to go with that. Bang. Oh, wow. That felt declaratory. That felt powerful there. Are there any other states we can conquer here? Oh, I could conquer Lublin for free. They haven't incorporated it yet. But I'll pass on the other ones there. Any transferring of subjects? Now, go ahead and give me Sierra Leone. I'd like that. I'll take a Sierra Leone, please, to go. And this kind of makes it to where Prussia could back down. And then if they do back down, I get that infamy back. So I'll add Sierra Leone. You're going to give me these things if you back down. But if you back down, you don't have to give me the money. You pick. You choose, Prussia. You choose. That's all I need. That is all I need. So we'll find out what happens. So something weird did happen. Russia has a defensive treaty with Prussia, and apparently they're not fighting the Prussians, but they'll fight everybody else. I don't know. They're allied, and they're involved, but they're not doing a lot. So I don't know. As it is, I need to take my fleet and put everybody on commerce raiding duty and rip into the old Germans there. Well, actually, you can do some blockading and go on up here. And I'll mobilize my Marines, and they'll naval invade like Tidor and knock them out. So they'll take care of that. But because the Portuguese got involved, I also have a bunch of my smaller forces going out to different front lines, and I'm going to have the Portuguese transfer Yogyakarta, Surakarta, and Sambas. I'll get those picked up, and yeah, that's it. So I mean, looking at my territorial demands, transfer Tidor, Sierra Leone, Morocco gets Al Rif back from Spain because the Spanish joined, and then yeah, so it's very minor modifications to the map for me. Huge modification to Germany's budget once this comes through. Grr. But I think the French have got their angle lined up here. Bohemia is going to get beat down, but nobody can get anybody over there. The French are going to dominate, I think, with this action here. Meanwhile, my artist has arrived in London to do some training. I don't think anyone else is going to play in this game. I mean, get swayed. It says I could. I can't get them to join in, and the others are just far too negative. It's not happening. So we'll see what happens when the war starts. Well, this is a development. The radical movement has kicked off. I know a way I can defuse it, though. Once we finish voting on our central bank, I mean, we're right there, guys. Just give us the central bank fiat currency, and then we could pick up some of these cool things here. I mean, you know, what is it that we don't got that you want? Well, we're not going to change the policing. We've got the education you want. We can go to guaranteed liberties. We already got free speech and distribution. We could go to we can go to a democratic form of government. You know, we could do either one of those things, whichever one would have the least opposition, of course. But then once we do that, we're all right, man. You know, we're cool. We're cool. We're cool, 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 cool. You know, just get us our fiat currency, please. And one thing that struck me here is that we got the French bearing down on them. If I send an invasion right there, there's nobody in Prussia ready to defend it. Boom. We take it. We take it. And then start a front, sweep through, loot their capital, etc., etc. Well, I don't really want to loot the capital because I need the money from Prussia, because that's going to help out. I've raised taxes a little bit. I've stopped producing. Once they send me that indemnity, I can use that to finance my building, which is what these nations did historically. Take the indemnity, finance your growth, and get stronger so that way next time they come around, you can beat them down. All right. Well, yep. Okay, yeah. Let's see what we can do for this. But definitely, I'm ready to reduce this tension here by giving them exactly what they want. Because if I look at the revolution there's half my fleet, the best parts of my empire, and about a third of my army there. So I don't need that revolution to happen. I just noticed that the Austrian-Italian War ended, and Austria. You could have also grabbed that. Barter gore. Is there some algorithm one could write that just says, please, no more border gore? Well, just give them the territory. Just give it to them. So there's none of that. So the war started, and although Russia is not attacking from its territory into Germany, I do see a Russian unit. Wait, let me get back over here to the front. With no commanders. Okay, that's... So I guess they're defending France. Fine with me. Whatever. Anyway, rather than have my Marines do a direct attack on Tidore, I'll just... Because it's going so well over here. I'm just sending them directly to East Prussia. They'll be there in about 9 weeks. But hey, that's fine with me. And I've added some more boats to the Alexandria fleet. We've got another 20 coming in. So I'll bring them up to 70. And on the torpedo boats, and I think I'll add another 30 when I'll take a break from building for a little bit and then put those in and keep an eye on things. And oh, excuse me, I need to send an animal to Haiti. Be right back. I did order, right before the shooting started, I was finishing off my animal requests from Portugal. They were happy enough to send them to me, even though the war was looming. And I had one for an Iberian lynx that started just before the shooting happened. Let's see, is it, it's on its way. I can't ask for another animal. So, all right then. We'll take that. Oh, and apparently I have some more interest I can declare. 4 of them. Well, you spoil me, Paradox. Okay, I had my thought. Oop, I need to pull this over here. I picked up Central Asia, Manchuria, Japan. Japan's a rival anyway, so I gotta watch it out. There's one more I could pick. And if you've been following this series, you know exactly which one I'm going to take and why. Chile. Coming for you. Don't think I forgot. Because I didn't. The Egyptian gonna get you. The Egyptian gonna get you. Because I've got the revolution kind of goosing people and getting them worried, and I am in an economic bust, I need to cut my interest rates. They're at medium. They need to go to low. And this will help people recover. I think we're almost where we could do very low. We need to have... Oh, no, we need to enact central banking fiat currency, which I'm trying to enact right now. And once we get that, then we can go to extremely low and really fight on the interest rate front. As it is, let's just take a look at the casualties for the first few weeks of the war. 45K dead, most of them French. Very small Egyptian casualties, that's good for me. And on the Prussian side, lots of attrition for the Prussians. Battle for the Spanish. Interesting. Okay, well, let's just carry on, folks. Just checking on the status here. Our convoy raiding is highly successful. We could probably get more if we build more ships for it. The battle in Asia, Sintang, Yogyakarta, Surakarta, Celebes, all this has just been flattened, and because the Dutch are connected to here, they're going to roll through Tidor. Another reason to not have to invade them. This is going to wrap up very quickly. In South Africa, my little division here is already moving in through Zimbabwe, and we'll just take everything else out there. The battle here in Sierra Leone, it's again progressing quite nicely. The Russians, let's see if they have any no commanders there either. What's this with the AI not hiring commanders? That's you got me there. This little battle here in Senegal has gone according to plan. And I'll just let the French keep fighting my battles. They're going to knock the Spanish out pretty quickly there. And the Prussians might be gone soon too. Let's make sure we press all our war goals. There we go. And okay, so what's dropping their war score? Spain is dropping because of enemy occupation and casualties. Portugal has got occupation problems and some casualties, so they're going to go down. Prussia, its enemy control over war goals is really dinging them, and their casualties are starting to mount. They're going to be going down. As for my side, I'm okay. Russia, how you doing? You good? France, you good? You good, France? Okay, yeah, everybody, yeah, we strong on our side. This may be a war Prussia. No, this will be a war Prussia will deeply, deeply regret, especially when I get that 150K a week. Oh, looky there. Fiat currency. Okay. Couple of things we got to do. Number one, we have to go to our institutions and increase our central bank. Okay, that's number one. Got all that handled. Number two, go to laws. Wait, what was it that the radicals wanted again? They want either that or guaranteed uh, human rights. Okay, let's go there, and we'll start with what if we went to guaranteed liberties? Who hates that? The armed forces and the petite bourgeoisie, and then there goes our they're minus 20 on each, and then there goes our administration and a little bit of power too. So not crazy about guaranteeing your liberties, but okay, okay. No, hold on. Hear me out. What if we went with the parliamentary republic? Huh? Well, the petite bourgeoisie hate that. The city ulema hate that. The fellaheen hate that, and and landowners also hate that. So any way I go, presidential? Yeah, it's just hate. Okay, so who's in the government right now? It's petite bourgeoisie and armed forces are in the government. How about the election? It's going pretty strongly for the Social Democratic Party. Okay, all you hardline communists out there, just calm down. Social Democrats are better than fascists. I know you say it's a matter of degrees, but nevertheless, whenever you have two undesirable outcomes, you can always find one that is preferable by a great amount to another. So, just saying, let them do their thing. It's the path that you may want to be on. And for those who like Social Democrats, yay, they're doing it. For those who like fascists, what are you watching this for? I'm not a fascist. No. Funny, I'll just take a note here. I read a thing that someone said, anti-fascist means anti-white. Like, no. Or no, it was anti-racist means anti-white. And like, no, it means you're against hatred. But hatred is required to support doctrines of fascism and racism. You have to hate in order to do those. And they are, at their essence, at their core, in opposition to the love that underlies the universe. And if you don't understand that, well, I can't help you much. But encourage you to go. Anyway, so if you're a fascist, I don't know why you're watching this, but change, please. Stop being fascist. Just stop. It's not a good thing, ever. Even if you think but this guy said, no, he's absolutely wrong. You're just saying that because you're liberal. No, I'm saying it because he's wrong, full of hate, and he's going to kill you. It's bad for you. Hate will destroy your heart, your mind, your inner organs faster than almost anything other than like heavy alcohol abuse. But it is like doing that. It will eat you up from inside. So live longer, love more. Anyway. As I was saying, the Social Democrat Party is doing okay. So maybe I'll wait for them to win the election. Then I can have the reshuffle. And once that's done, we'll be able to get them what they want a little bit better. Yeah. That's what we'll do. Or should I be cutting taxes and suppressing groups? Let's see here. Whoa! Okay, the financial centralization folks... Well, they're getting what they want, except for the taxation. And I thought I went to protectionism. Okay, well, all right, we'll work on that too. We can give them that. Radicals, they're up in arms there. Hindu rights movement, yes, you guys want to have total separation. I hear you. We'll work on that too. You're not going to like my direction on feminism, though, Hindu rights movement. Just saying that. Modernization. Yeah, fixing the trade policy, that's going to be something they want to see. Okay, so trade policy will get me the modernization and the financial centralization guys. That'll calm them down. And then I can work on the radicals with the thing there. Yeah, okay, no worries. In 87 days, we'll have the war over, the election done, and we'll be ready to get things going strong. Oh, wait, speaking of which, I can borrow up to 94. Um, I need another 1,000 coal. Actually, another 1,700 coal. And the world market is short. I could build lots and lots. I just need to max out my coal production. That's what I need to do. And build a stadium in Oromia. Okay. Ooh, look, a distraction. Okay, where do we have unemployment? If for some reason my unemployment also went way lower. I don't know why, but it did. Maybe it's because of the war. Anyway, let's help the folks out in Lebanon. You're gonna get because you're running everything there, and Adana. Let's build them out there, and then we come back to Lorenco Marquez. We'll go there. Whoops! No, why did I do that? No, I want earnings. There we go. Oh, Zululand is a good place to build coal too. We'll work on that there. They just don't have a lot of people. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. I know they say they're in the minus, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And this is going to be a project that will take 14 weeks. A little bit more than that, because we're going to build some more places, and they're all kind of mad because of, well, higher taxes and big unemployment. But once we get them built, we'll be fine. And then we'll be exporting. Let's, in fact, if we start exporting our coal to the world, it'll cost us a little bit of money every week, but it's going to generate more profits in terms of trade. And it'll get those coal mines really producing. So let's do that. Instead of importing the stuff, let's just send it out. Let's just send it out. Oh, wait, no, I just made one to import better. No, wait, I didn't want to do that. Oh, no, I can't do it again. Oh, well. We'll also export. Okay, yeah, we're going to try to import and export. We're the import. I'll fix the import one later. Leave me alone. Oh, hey, we got the Iberian Lynx. There you go. As long as you buy it before the war starts, delivery is guaranteed. Yeah. Oh, my. Massive uprising in the Balkans. There's Greek, everything's going nuts here. They've got a Greek uprising, an Ottoman nationalist revolt, and more nationalist revolt. This could result in them falling out of orbit from the British. And I get to pick up their crumbs, don't I? I mean, that would be a very powerful development. Of course, the British are probably going to get involved in fighting them. There's that going to happen there. Anyway, well, we got 20 more days for the election to go. Let's see who's winning right now. It is still the Soc Dems and Soc Dems, social, whatever you want to call them. And then I could probably fit the Radical Party in there as well. They may agree on things. The invasion in Prussia is going very well. No one's opposing it. We're going to take them apart. And the naval action is all here in the Danish Straits, where, yeah, they do be fighting me some here. But I may be able to fend them off. I hope so. Whew. What kind of fleet do you got here in the Real Armada? Okay, they got destroyers. That's some advanced. Wait a minute. Oh, really? Okay, well, I should build some destroyers too then. I think mine were trying to all go, what's that thing called? Scout cruisers. So, and those are tough too. Anyway. Prussia is losing how much per week? About 6.5 a week. And that should probably accelerate once this invasion succeeds. Spain ought to be dropping out, I would say, quickly. Let's take a look at how they're doing there. Yeah, oh, yeah. In 2 weeks, Spain is out. They are out. Which will make it more difficult to knock Portugal out. Oh, but wait, there's an invasion happening. And that'll hit them hard there too. Okay, France, you've definitely earned your obligation on this one, and I almost don't mind you taking over all of my Libyan desert. Yeah, Spain is out. Spain is out, and Morocco's going to enjoy that. And I need to start talking with Sambas about improving their relations with us. Well, wait, we have a Mozambique front. Oh, this opened up over here. Oh, because yeah, it sure did open up. Where's my Zanzibar group? That's Nile, Anatolia. Come on. You with the face. You're the Crete division. Oh, you're already on the front. You know what? Let's just take this guy and move him to the Mozambique front. Because I think the Zanzibar guy is on the other side of Africa right now, and it'll be faster to get there. So, excuse me, I need to make my society more tolerant right now. I'll increase the intelligentsia tolerance. There we go. That'll help them supporting different cultural positions. All right. And okay, investors may be wary of debt. The Social Democrats and radicals have won. Let's shuffle up the government now and go with, well, the army's not going to like what's about to happen here. So go with that. What happens if we put the intelligentsia in? Oh, drops to 64. Well, Radical Party, you guys can wait out there on your own there. Social Democrats will take this, and the rest of these guys don't need to be there while we pass a new law. Guaranteed liberties is going to help reduce overall revolution, succession, and all that other stuff. It's still going to make the armed forces and small businessmen mad, but it's not going to be the big cascade of yikes that the other one will do. So let's do this first and get rid of that rebellion. And once that's over, we're going to have to pass protectionism so we can get fixed there. And just to see what... yeah, no more rebellion. Yay! Good. We're good. So here's an odd wrinkle. Because the Tudor rebellion succeeded, yeah, they stopped being a puppet of the Prussians, and so now I can't have them transferred over into my empire. Ah, well, I'll go beat them up later. Anyhow, we'll get Kelebus there. Prussia's collapsing. They did move some troops over here to fight my invasion, but they're not dealing with the 1.1 million Frenchmen, and 1.1 million Frenchmen can't be wrong. And yeah, my Navy's going to do a lot better with the Spanish interference over, repairing it and getting it back into action. And definitely the Portuguese are going to take a hit over there. Yeah, we're going to win this one. We are going to win this one. The war with Germany was going so well, I thought I might as well take out Hyderabad. So I'm taking out Hyderabad. Va. So Mysore joined in as well. And I'm like, well, if you're going to join in, I'm going to have a war goal here. And let's conquer your state. Whoa, 46. No, sorry. Let's go with make protectorate. 23. Still high, but got to do what I got to do. And that's a lot of infamy. Oh, well. We'll deal with it somehow. Is anyone else going to get involved in this? Because I sure as heck don't need anybody to join. Japan might want to get involved. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. And I'm going to conquer the whole of Hyderabad and then make a protectorate out of Mysuru and then reduce it to a puppet. A puppet. Ooh. Oh, everybody got more radical on me. The specter haunting the world. How's the progress doing? Oh, it's minus 1.3 because we already have a lot of nice things. So, okay. A lot of events. No, I should stop recording for a little while. Oh no, I paused the game. I didn't pause you. Turns out the blockade area, I got loaded to convoys, but once I stopped killing them off, I realized I needed to go blockade over here. Fix it to where we can tell where to blockade a port. I had the problem with my American game. I didn't show it to you, but yeah, I was like, where? Ah. Oh, this is from the war rework, and you could set it up to where you get different things here. My dearest mother, I am sitting by candlelight, and the first thought I came to me was to write you a few lines. Tender. Yeah, I'm going to read the rest of this here but you don't have to. You could freeze the screen and try to squint, although it's in cursive, so I don't know. And whoops, there we go. We've got the Declaration of Banha, and that means we get money from Germany, and we get their Celebes and Sierra Leone. Look at that. Looking nice. Looking good. Looking sharp. Looking swell. So let's go ahead and I'll clean that up there. We've got the... What happened here? They should be on. Why are they still occupied? Liberia? Who? Oh, they're in a war with Great Britain. I see. Well, once Mexico gets humiliated, I get to fix them up again. I'm interested in this money coming in here. Yeah, diplomatic pacts, not yet there. Let's just I'll wait a little bit here, and when it ticks up, I'll share the screen with you. There it is. It went from Z to 150. Yeah. Okay. Crack knuckles. Once Portugal drops out, and that shouldn't be too long, we'll get some more stuff from them, and then we'll deal with southern India. Shouldn't expect too much else. You guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Bye for now.